So we can get it popping. We're gonna do ancient Hebrew scriptures today. All right. I'm gonna do ancient Hebrew scriptures today. Share the class so we can get it popping. We're gonna jump right into it. One sec. Let me make sure I share it around. Last week we went over these words. We went over a lot of different words, but definitely some good words to know. Paquad, which is command. Nagap is plague. Shamar is watch. Kadash is new. Tzayawan is Zion. Yawan is day. Okay? So, those are some of last week's lesson. Now we're going to get into this week's lesson. Let me share the class around. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the share button. The way Hebrew is, you keep attending classes, you'll get to learn. You'll learn the language pretty quickly. It's the first language, so it's extremely designed to be extremely simple. You understand? It's extremely simple to understand and put together. There's only a few, once you learn the alphabet and words, you can start linking them together with the suffixes and prefixes to make real words. People who've been in classes before know what I'm talking about. Prefixes and suffixes add on to words to make the words meaning. For example, if you were to say the command, you would add a y. Let me double check. If you were to say and command, you would add a y. Okay, y means and. Okay, y means and when it's at the beginning of a word connected to a root word. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Because once you learn about the prefixes and suffixes, you will start to get a good grasp on what's being said, or you won't get a good grasp just because you know that, but you're going on the right track. So I'm going to give you an example of how prefixes and suffixes work. My name is Captain Kapash. I teach the Hebrew class every Friday here in Indianapolis, 3532 North Keystone Avenue. You can come to class, come to the front door, ring the doorbell, so you can come in the classes and learn in person. For you brothers who love the Lord and who want to learn about your culture, learn about your people. Now, we're dealing with the prefixes. Prefix. Pre means before, or at the beginning. Okay, let's make sure we zoomed in good enough on this. Okay. On this camera, as close as we can. Remember, I said that about the last school. I want to get as close as I can to the camera every class, so it's not a problem with seeing the words. Prefix. Not pretty thick. Prefix. Prefix. That means before the root word. Okay, then you'll have the root word. The root word, then at the end you'll have a suffix. You have a suffix. So in the beginning, you may have a prefix. Let's say you do a very one we just did. Why? Why means and. The letter Y, it means and. So let's say the root word is par, par, which means fruit. Par means fruit. Let's see, make sure the glare ain't too off. Couldn't. Okay, par means fruit. So if you want to say and the fruit, you say, well, par. What? Par. All one word. You just added a Y to the word par, which is fruit. Now let's get an example for the a suffix. Ya. If we add a ya, that means my. So let's say you want to say, if we put a ya on this, now this became a sentence now. This became more than just a word. All right, it came together to make this phrase. And my fruit. And my fruit. And my fruit. Okay, the ya made it my, the y made it and my fruit. All right. Now there's a lot of prefixes and a lot of suffixes. Let's write some of those down. Let's write some of those prefixes to try to fit as many as we can before we get into the actual sentences. All right. Tha means thou or thee. Thou or thee. Ka means as or like. It's like this or it's as this. Ha means the. Not the, but the. Ya at the beginning is he. Da is do. And ba is in. In. La is to. Ma is of or from. Of or from. All right. So list of prefixes. Last one is sha. Sha. Put down here. Sha is which or pertaining to. Which or pertaining to. Okay. Now let's get to suffixes. A ka on the end means your. Your. A y on the end means he, his, or her. A ha at the end means the, or it could mean her as well. All right. Nawa. Nawa is our. Well, come now, our bread. All right, and that's it. So depending on the root word, it'll change the that's how what word you'll get. Okay, so let's say you want kahan. Kahan is priest. So for example, if we wanted to say the priest, we would say ha-kahan. 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 All right. Now, if we want to say our priest is our priest. Kahan Nawa. Kahan Nawa. Kahan Nawa. That means our priest. All right. Let's get another root word in there. Start chopping it down or adding to it. Say we want to say son or daughter. Ban is son. Banaf is daughter. All right. So if you want to say our son and daughter, okay, our son and daughter, okay, you would say our son, ban nawa, ban nawa. I could put two N's in that way. Okay. Ban nawa, our son and daughter. Wa banat, our son and daughter. Our son and daughter. This is how the prefixes and the suffixes work. From this, you can get a framework of the Hebrew language. What we're going to do today is we're going to get some sentences, okay? And through these sentences, I'm going to also show you the prefixes and suffixes connected to root words that create the language, that create the written language. Hebrew is very fascinating. Okay, it's very fascinating to learn another language and to learn the original language. Okay, it's a very direct language. It's right to the point. Banawa wa banat, our son and daughter. All right. Now, if you want to be a good Hebrew student or a good student of Hebrew, you a brother out there, and you may want to teach this Hebrew. You need to write these down. You need to have a good one book with your notes that you can always go to and have tons of Hebrew in it. That's how you do it. That's how you really learn the Hebrew of studying. But you got to keep your notes. You got to keep your record. That way, you can look upon it later, and you will always know what ka as a suffix means, or what ka as a prefix means. You won't forget it because it'll be written down. All right, it's very important. So I'm gonna give you one more second to make sure you have this written down. If any brothers need more time, write it in the comment section. If you need more time to write this down. But otherwise, we're gonna start moving forward. I want to start getting these sentences going. All right, start getting these sentences going. That's when the Hebrew starts coming alive, man. It starts coming alive. It's not like English. English is a dead language. All right, Hebrew is alive. Okay. You tell by the way the words grow, and as they grow, they get more meaning to them. All right, I'm gonna erase this. You should all have this down in your notes. If not, come back to the class and screenshot it, and so you can write it down in your notes. If you didn't have enough time to write it right now, you can rewind the class and get those down. Okay. We're going to get a scripture today and break it down in the Hebrew. Get a scripture I haven't gotten before. No matter even the ones that are more complicated, I'm gonna get that. So let's get Lamentations 4 and 8. Okay, Lamentations 4 and 8. So if you write it in the Hebrew, in the English first, you say lamentation. Lamentation is lament and ation. Lamentation. 4 and, that's an and 8. Chapter 4, verse 8. Okay? So to say lamentation in the Hebrew, okay, it's ayaka. Ayaka. All right, ayaka. Okay? So lamentation is, first let's do it in the English, how it's pronounced. Ayaka. Ayaka. And here we definitely deal with a lot of the ancient, and we get the Assyrian other times as well. But I mainly get the ancient going, and we get the Assyrian other classes. Right now we're still focusing on Assyrians. Then we'll switch over. Ancient. Then we'll switch over to the Assyrian. Lamentation. Okay. Ayaka. Ayaka. All right. Ayaka means you're sad. Okay. It means like similar to crying. Okay. Ayaka. Now 4. How do you say the number 4? Get that going. Oh, where's my words at? There you go. All right, 4 is our by. Our by. That's that. Now 4 is our by. Arabai. How you spell that in Hebrew? I. Oh, it's not gonna fit. I. Ra. Bai. Arabai. Arabai. This is in there, so that's that word. Wa, which is and. Wa. And now we got 8 and 8. 8 is Shamawana. Shamawana. Right. Shamawana. Shamawana. I spell that as Shamawana. Ha. Shamawana. Alright, Shamawana. I feel like his sister's name is Shamawana. Or is it Amawana? So, Shamawana. Shamawana. Alright? Lamentations 4 and 8. Now, the first word in the Hebrew and the English don't, it's kind of similar, but in the Hebrew, let's read it first. Lamentations 4 and 8. Let's read it first. What's that in Christ? Wait 1 second. I have to pull it up. And Lamentations, man, is a heavy scriptures about our downfall, about our crying, man, to the Most High. So it says in English, their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. All right. It is withered. It is become like a stick. All right. If you've been keeping along with the Hebrew classes, some of these words are very familiar. Last week or two, we did Lamentations 5 and 10, which had some similar words, black and skin. So we went over some of these words before. Okay? So let's get it in the Hebrew. First word is blacker. Blacker. All right? Blacker. It said their skin is blacker. Their visage is blacker than a coal. Visage is what you look like. It's blacker. So the word for blacker is mashakawar. All right? All right, mashakawar. Let's see what the root word of that is. Let's see what black is. Just black by itself. Dark is quadar, but that's not black. That's dark. Black is shakawar. Shakawar. So blacker is ma shakawar. All right. You know, if you add ma at the beginning of something, you check your notes. It means of or from. So he's saying is of or from blacker. Okay. So it means it's of or from blackness. All right. It's gonna make sense as we break it down. Ma sha cha war. Mashaka war. All right. Shaka war is black. All right. So that's where we getting it from. Ma sha ka war. Mashakawar. Mashakawar. All right, Mashakawar. Next word is their visage. Their visage. Visage. That is what their face, what they look like. Yeah, I mean the expression on their face. You know, the spirit on their face, their visage. Okay, that in Hebrew is the rum, the haram. So we got a connector at the end of that. Rum. The haram, their visage. So let's get the definition in the English of visage so there's no confusion. That's what we got to get. The definition of visage, or visage, or however they want to pronounce it. All right. Google says it's visage. That's how you pronounce it. Visage. Let me hear it again. Visage. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Visage. So I was saying it right. A person's face with reference to the form or proportions of the features. So it's kind of like the spirit of a person's face. All right. Okay. A person's facial expression. There was something hidden behind his visage of cheerfulness. So visage. It said our visage, our face, was black. What do they call Israelites in America? Black people. Okay, call us black people. Here, the Bible saying our face was black. That's why we're called, part of the spirit behind us being called black people. Okay, we're black. All right. So their visage it says visage was not known in the streets. So the next word for that is not. And to say not in the Hebrew is la'ah. 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 Their visage. Okay? Oh, you can get this down, screenshot this or whatnot. It's the first part of the sentence. Their visage. Their visage. All right, their visage was not known in the streets. So now we add known. Known. Their visage was not known. Known. Okay, how do you say known? Nakara. Na. Ka. Ra. Ra. Nakara. Nakara. How do you spell that? Na. Ka. Ra. Nakara, not known. Their visage was not known in the streets. Let's get the rest. Streets. Okay, streets is a long word, and then you have to put in. So in the streets, in streets. Okay, was not known in streets. So streets is Kawatazawa. In the streets is Ba Kawatazawa. So let's get it. Hold on one sec. Where's the All right. So we got in is Ba. It's Ba. So we got Ba, Cha, Wa, Taza, Wa. Ba Kawatazawa. Ba Kawatazawa. Ba Kawatazawa. Ba Kawatazawa. Ba Kawatazawa. In the streets. Okay? How you spell that is Ba, Cha, Wa, Taza, Wa, and Tha. Ba Kawatazawa. Ba Kawatazawa. Long word. Ma Kawatazawa. In the streets. It's not known in the streets. Then it says their skin cleaveth to their bones, but it's Hebrew is, it says cleaveth their skin. So the next word is cleaveth. Cleaveth. Let me know if it's too much in the corner. Cleaveth. And cleaveth is taza pod. Taza pod. Taza pod. Well, pod. Taza pod. Taza pod. So that's taza pod. Nada. Taza pod. Taza pod. Cleaveth. Says cleaveth their skin. Cleaveth their skin. All right. And if you want to say their skin, it's their skin is I will run. I will run. I will run. I will run. How you spell that in the Hebrew? I will run. I will run. I will run. Okay, I will run. Okay. I will run. I will run. Next is two. Two says cleaveth their skin to their bones. So next is two, which is I. La. I'll. It's really connected, so it's just I'll. All right. I. La. I'll. Their skin, well, cleaveth their skin to their bones. To their bones. I Tazamam. I to the mum. I to the mum. They spell that as I to the mum. I to the mum. Okay. And their bones are withered. Withered. Their bones are withered, which is yabash. Yabash. Yabash is withered. Ya ba. Yabash actually. It's connected. Yabash. I say that's ya ba and a sha. Yabash. Okay. So let's get it into English again. Let's see what we're writing here. We have Lamentations 4 and 8. Their visage is blacker than coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick. So it says here about the part where we're at, it says known in streets. Cleaveth their skin to their bones. Withered, and the rest of it is going to say withered like stick. So let's get the last part. Withered like stick. That's what they're withered like. They're withered like a stick. All we need for that is the word for stick, and then ka, put a ka at the beginning, and it means like stick. So we'll keep withered, yabash. Okay. Withered. So let's keep that. Let's do this big. Withered. This is the end of it. Withered is ya and a bash. Ya ba sha. Yabash. Withered, then like wood or like stick. So wood is itazah. Okay? So withered. I got be withered, be like wood stick. Withered be. Let me check on that. Their bones, it is withered. It is become like a stick. So you ever see famine people, their bodies, their arms and legs are like sticks because been so hungry and been so starved and they don't have no muscle or no fat. It's like a stick, and it's really just the skin straight to bone. There's nothing in between. All right, one of the saddest things you can see. All right. Praise the Lord, none of our people have to go through any of that anymore. But we were withered, where we became like a stick. It has become like a stick. Withered, be. Let's get the word be. Withered, be. Be is haya. Ha. Yeah. That's where you say that's be. Ha. Yeah. Haya. Haya. Like wood or or stick. Withered, be like wood, stick. That's where it's different in the English from the Hebrew. In the English, you would say, it is withered. It has become like a stick. In the Hebrew, you'll say withered, be like wood, stick. You understand? So how do you say be like wood, stick? It's ka itaza. Ka itaza. I taza. Ka itaza. This is ka right there, like. How you say that? And itaza is wood / stick. So you say how you write that? Ka I taza. Ka I taza. All right. It is withered. Be like wood, stick. The skin is withered and be like wood, stick. Or be like wood, or be like stick. Okay, that's the Hebrew right there. Withered, be like wood or stick. You know what I mean? You add all that, it has become like a wood or a stick in the English, but in the Hebrew, it don't have all those connectors. All right? It is 8:18. I know we started way behind because the computer had to restart and it's tripping. So that's why class started late today, but that's why you got to come in person. You know what I mean? Come in person. You ain't going to deal with no computer. You'll be learning straight up. You know what I mean? For everybody who can. Classes at Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. At 3532 North Keystone Avenue. Come to the front door. Ring the doorbell. Okay? And classes Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Same time, Monday through Friday. And then you have Sabbath service every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Okay? And today, that'll wrap up the Hebrew lesson for today. Okay? I'll wrap up the Hebrew for today. Oh, I can't wait to get we're going to get a double board soon to get these long sentences. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and read the security announcements. We'll do the prayers, and we'll end the class. Make sure you're on the lookout for Kentucky 8 Radio. It's going to be on tonight at 9 p.m. Okay? Do the security announcements first. ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 through 21. Malachi chapter 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priest. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Announce holy convocation from sheep. Remind Akim and Abwath to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pant, headband, scarf. With that, Imajim, which means to stand. Upani Hakidam. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Haya, Vashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kawakinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kawakinawa, Wala'a, Lamiyanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rad, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwas, Wa'ala, Wa'atapara, La'walamyam, Aman. In English, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakat, the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ukashah, Nathalanawa, Hakat, Hakat, Larpa'ah, Kalmakala, Ukamadawa, Hakat, Matahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, Lahakriam, Hamathium, Hakat, Arkawa, Atama'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Tuwadaman. In English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Pray for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa miyaka Allah, wa Allahayim, Lataz Aviyah, Alawat Yahana, ha Alawapyum, ha Saranyam, ha Kutzayamyam, ha Kayayam, wa Hakwatyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. What we said in English was, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. The anointing prayer in the Hebrew. Yabaraka Yahweh, wa Yashamaraka, Ya'ar Yahweh, Panyawa, Alika, wa Yakanka, Yasha'a, Yahweh, Panyawa, Alika, wa Yashamlaka, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Agun, all destroyed of Israel. Thurman family, the Sutton family, the Hill family, the Shenny family, the Wright family. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, throughout our month. What we said in English. Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, protect. Names of the loved ones we just named. ICBK, curses in the English. Blessed art you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to get to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, national space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it. Sor means you're going to give a curse salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Mad Shabbat, Imajim, Barak. Give me a salute. And I'm gonna salute you back. Yahweh Shimmy Al Shah Brakathum. Yazmatah. Sorry, we're gonna give a curse. We're gonna turn to sisters watching online. We're gonna give a curse salute today. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat. Imaju. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Al-Than by Shimmy Al Shah. Yazmatah. Class dismissed. Hey class, I can be on the lookout for the Kentucky 8 podcast starting at 9 o'clock. Shalom.